What would you say is the most beautiful place on Earth? Is it the coral reefs of the Indian Ocean, the snow-capped mountains of Switzerland, or the lush rainforests of Brazil? Well, there is a pretty unanimous agreement that the Andes Mountains in South America are some of the most breathtaking and awe-inspiring landscapes on the planet. And if you take a closer look at these mountains, you will see a small furry creature with big eyes and ears adapted to the thin mountain air. This is a llama. The llama is one of the most iconic animals of the Andes. These goofy-looking mammals are surprisingly well suited to their environment, perfectly adapted to thrive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. The Andes Mountains stretch over 7,000 kilometers through 7 countries from Venezuela, all the way to Chile. And within this massive range, llamas can be found at an elevation of up to 18,000 feet, about as high as Mount Fuji. There are 2 main factors that make this possible. First, llamas have a much higher concentration of red blood cells than humans. And second, their bodies produce more oxygen than other mammals of a similar size. This means that they do and suffer from altitude sickness and can easily explore the highest peaks in the Andes, in addition to their efficient lungs. Llamas have thick woolly coats that protect them from the cold mountain air. And when temperatures drop even further, llamas will use their thick fur to create a warm nest and snuggle up with their mama. Just like dogs, llamas will also fluff up their fur to appear larger and ward off predators. There are 2 main types of llamas, the wild llama and the domesticated woolly llama. The wild llama is a critically endangered species with only about 6,000 individuals left in the mountains of northern Chile and Argentina. As their name suggests, these llamas live in the wild and are typically shy and skittish around humans. Domesticated woolly llamas, on the other hand, are much more common with an estimated population of over 2 million. And these llamas are typically friendlier towards humans, since they have been domesticated for thousands of years. Both types of llamas are incredibly intelligent animals and are known for their curious and playful nature. They love to explore their surroundings and are often seen wandering through villages and towns in the Andes. They're also very social animals and spend their days hanging out with other llamas, playing, eating, and keeping a lookout for predators. When they do encounter a predator, llamas will use their height and speed to escape. They can run up to 35 miles per hour and will often use their sharp hooves to kick and injure a pursuing animal. Their favorite trick, however, is to spit. Spitting is a form of communication used to express dominance or warn off a potential threat. But llamas can also spit when they feel uncomfortable or ill at ease. If a human approaches too closely, for example, a llama might just turn around and spit right in their face. Perhaps the most useful adaptation of the llama is its ability to survive on very little food. In the harsh, dry climate of the Andes, there isn't always a lot of food to go around. But llamas are able to survive on sparse vegetation that other animals can't digest, such as desert plants and grasses. This makes them very popular with local farmers who often keep llamas on their land to help clear away unwanted plants. Llamas are also sometimes used as pack animals to carry goods and supplies across the mountains. And in some cases, llamas have even been trained to help with herding other animals. So despite their somewhat goofy appearance, llamas are actually very well adapted to their environment and have a number of useful traits that make them popular with local people. If you ever find yourself in the Andes Mountains, be sure to keep an eye out for these amazing creatures. And if you're lucky, you might even get to see one of their famous spitting contests. Thanks for watching. See you next time.